Thomas George had a couple questions that he posted before, which is awesome. So 2 questions. One was, we'll start out with, is approximately how much free content should you release versus paid content?
Ooh, that's a good question for you, Phil, because, I mean, let's you answer it and then I'll answer it. How's that?
Yeah. Well, okay, I guess there's a couple ways to answer it. And this is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and it's part of this like 20-80 rule, and it's like, well, if I want to make as much money as possible, what is it that's making me the most money? It's creating Udemy courses and putting those courses on other platforms. So why should I spend my time creating a podcast, putting videos on YouTube, writing articles on my website, and all of these other things that, yes, draw a little bit of money or point people towards me, but most of my income comes just from the Udemy marketing machine that I'm not really a part of other than putting out good content on Udemy. So I guess that I'm posing that kind of question is like, in terms of releasing free content versus paid content, if you really just want to make more money, just put out more courses. Just put out as many Udemy courses as possible. But I think it's also smart to be building your own brand and to be building a business outside of Udemy for yourself. And that's why I think the free content works better, because as a nobody online with a YouTube channel or a website, it's going to be hard for you to go out and just sell directly to people without giving out any sort of valuable content for free. So in terms of what my strategy is, I probably spend actually most of my time putting out free content. Honestly, when I look back on like the past month and I think about what time I spent actually creating course content versus all of the other stuff, which some of it may be part of a course, like answering questions or things like that. But in terms of content creation, I would say most of it has been creating free stuff. And kind of like what I talked about before, a lot of it's going to be scheduled out for the rest of the year so that my brand, Video School Online, is coming out with consistent content for the rest of the year. I don't think that's necessarily the right way to make more money right now, but I do think that in the long run, continuing to grow my brand and to just build my own website is going to be beneficial in the long run. But it's always kind of this balance, but I definitely think spending time giving free content away is good, or creating free content.
Yeah, it's funny because as you're talking, I'm feeling like we're one of those counterpoint TV shows where you have one opinion and I have a different opinion. And the only reason we have different opinions is because, Phil, you're heavy in the marketplace business model, and I'm moving heavy into the self-hosted business model, and with a base of the marketplace that's doing well. So I like every piece of content now to lead to an opt-in. So whenever you have whenever you're creating free content, and I just met with my my new assistant Josh, we're going to create about 100 videos, and probably take about 2 or 3 days to just create 100 videos on specific keywords that people are searching for on YouTube and on Google related to, teaching online. But every one of those is going to point to getting this book for free, the ebook version, and opting in, giving their name and email address, get the world's most perfect business book ebook for free. Now they're on your email list, and you do this, I know. I know you do it already, Phil. But give something that's really cool, really enticing, really sizzle the heck out of it. So you get those people on your email list, and then from there, they're going to be into a warm-up sequence of videos where they get a video every few days, warming them up to the idea of coming to the webinar. So it's an ascension ladder where you're starting them with free and you're working them up. But we both agree that it's important to create free content.
Yeah.
Because how else are people going to find you, out in the wild? But with Udemy, you have the advantage of just create a lot of courses, and Udemy's going to blow them out. and sell like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And market them for you. Plus the added advantage of I can put them on Skillshare. I can put it on other platforms, Amazon. I can put it on what are some of the other, like Learningly, CyberU,
Yeah.
Stack Social, all those. So you have leverage in each of those business models. The marketplace model has a form of leverage, and the self-hosted business model has a form of leverage. But the cool thing is the free content can be that entry door where people first find out about you and they warm up to you, and then you could market, just about anything to them. So
yeah, I think there's the two strategies. I think with any strategy, like you said, we should be sending people to an opt-in form and getting people on our list. But I think there's also an argument for just creating a smaller amount of content, but just super duper high quality, and then consistently sharing that on social media. You don't have to do what I did or do what Dave is doing with creating 100 videos or writing 50 articles. You could just have a couple really epic pieces of content and do just fine. I don't know if there's a better way one is better or not. I think it really depends on you, your brand, and I don't know. I just like creating content, so that's part of the reason why I just like creating a bunch of free content as well.
yeah, and I mean, content is king on the internet. It's what attracts people to you. It's what gets people to know you. It's what allows you to build rapport, and those are all important before you make any kind of a sale. Is build rapport, have them get to know you, have them know, like, and trust you.
Yeah.
And then the rest is so much easier.